Koh Phangan, Thailand, is an island of dreams. It is one of the most popular destinations for tourists and expats, backpackers, digital nomads, artists, culture junkies, and many who find themselves spellbound by its beauty and reluctant to leave. With a population of only 11,000 souls, this enchanted paradise has become an unexpected home for a community of many. So as 2020 descended deeply into a world of pandemic lockdowns and social distancing, Thailand was lucky and had stopped the coronavirus before it could get out of control. We couldn't believe it. The feeling here was relaxed. So, while we enjoyed our freedom in a bubble, we saw the rest of the world cancel everything. This is what happened next.
This is a very important moment in Koh Phangan Burning Man because our founder and creator is here. This is the man that makes the magic happen. Say hello.
I think I'm kind of addicted to Burning Man. And because of all this corona thing, everything was cancelled. Something needs to be done, but it seems like nobody's organizing it. And so I said, let's do it, let's pull it together. The original Burning Man was a month ahead, so we already had a date and we already had some ideas for our first camps. And we wanted to recreate that special feeling of Black Rock City where Burning Man takes place. Black Rock City feels like you're on a different planet. And we wanted that feeling here. So we started to looking for places and we just couldn't find the right place.
Then it didn't happen, and then, okay. So there was like something burning inside of us.
Everyone was opening their eyes, looking at me like, are you sure? I'm like, no, I'm not sure.
You know, I wasn't even sure if it's gonna happen. I woke up every morning feeling very stuck.
Then when it all felt like, okay, this is done, that's it. People started leaving and the energy was low. I was almost ready to cancel everything. But then there was an explosion. From a vision of 40, 50 people, there were suddenly 200 people.
So that's how it all started.
We found a perfect place. It was very intimate, almost under the radar. Everything was modest, with a lot of soul, a lot of intention there, but nothing extravagant. It felt very much like a tribe, low budget, secluded, in the jungle, in the woods. It's very close to nature, very raw. Koh Phangan was the best place for a little burn. Everyone was a volunteer. I had no authority to tell anybody what to do. If that person wants to do it, that's fine, and if that person doesn't want to do it, that's also fine, you know? Which is very different than the way we run things out there. So actually, I learned a lot. I learned so much from that process. What actually matters to people. Everybody contributed what they were excited about the most. This is what made everybody feel like it's their own event.
We all knew how lucky we were. Those of us remaining on the island were suddenly more visible to each other. Our masks were now off. While we became more and more isolated and distanced from our home countries, a beautiful thing happened. We began to find each other.
Usually you need to work so hard to like create a group for a community. It works so hard and it doesn't even work most of the time. You know, we put right people together and they bonded because they have so much in common, and in common is something more than what we represented by the default world. People who are not driven by money but by ideas and dreams.
It was very easy for people to grasp
And to adopt those values, the 10 principles, and to just jump in and be part of it.
The 10, what do you call it? Commandments.
It really brought these different people together, and they created instantly a strong community, like crazy strong. It's unbelievable.
Every year, 70,000 people head to the USA for Burning Man, an event that is so unique, so powerful, so experimental, that we will forever be changed. by that experience in the dust.
I come out thinking like the world is beautiful, people are beautiful, life is beautiful, with more love in my heart and more openness and more optimism and confidence and just everything. It's amazing.
People who didn't know each other a week ago, and now we're like so close and so together. We want to be together kind of all the time, and now it stopped, and now we're like a little bit.
This was co-creation through connection, happy coincidence, inspiring kindness and generosity in a city without money. A massive love bubble that sticks to our skin like superglue. A community in the jungle, a playground in the desert. Friends and strangers become unified with the same vision, to build a home and then to tear it down until no trace remains.
Wow, that was a real burn.
He had all these camps, just like at Burning Man. So you go different places all day, all night. We had the proper burn with a full feeling of like what we have on the playa.
Sense of freedom, liberation, interconnectedness, joy, enthusiasm. It blew my mind.
Let me show you the sign. This one. So the idea, having these trees and just wrap them with the ropes like a spider web. So people will be able to write on the rope things that they want to release, things that they want to let go of. And at the end of the event, we're going to burn all the ropes and release everything.
It's the first lizard lunch. Everything's going well. Neither of my art projects are finished, but they will be soon. It's all good.
Lizard Lounge is a nefarious group of misfits.
It's a safe space for all of us to express and just be who we are.
Hear ye! Hear ye! Oh my God, lazy girl! Simmer down, lazy girl! I would now like to induct Rim into the circle of lizards. And we thank you so much, and we fucking love you, and you are a fucking lizard.
Thank you, Rim.
We decided to create a camp called the Virtual Reality Black Rock City Camp. This year Burning Man was cancelled, so a lot of people have worked really hard to create multiverses.
This is like actual Burning man. Like live on the flyer right now. It's all about the flying. Yeah! It's all about the flying. I want to fly.
I was in Camp Hugzilla.
Hugzilla is like a place that it's so hard to leave. Actually, oh my gosh, I want to stay there forever, be with the bears and never move.
So salty, I'll still take a bite.
We be faster than Jacob.
Can't stop, won't stop. I can't stop, won't stop. I can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop.
Okay, we need to start the camp because I was inspired by Burning Man. I could see people dancing and using the cuddle paddle and cooking together, sharing food, and everybody laughed because like Burning Man community is a hugging community. It's like the stupidest idea ever. And I'm like, workshops happen too.
On this island, like the desert, we are already isolated, but there were no gale force winds kicking up dust storms. Nor did we see a landscape painted by illuminated bicycles or tens of thousands of LED-clad fashionistas. But what we did have was the spirit and feeling of Burning Man. This is a story of love, about a group of people who found each other. A message of love and unity will spread faster than any flu. And against all odds, social distancing is transformed into intimate closeness.
In the middle of global crisis and lockdowns and uncertainty, such a huge contradiction between what was going on here and what was going on in the rest of the world. But I don't see it as a defiance. We managed to get people connected. We kept the flame going. We kept the human spirit going.
It was very profound. It's still on. It's like it's not something that stopped. It's still something I'm keep experiencing.
It's been like very transformational and fulfilling for me.
People who go to Burning Man, they're exploring. They're stepping outside of their normal life journey, or their work or their environment, and they're going to a place where there's kind of no rules. I mean, there's some principles. Koh Phangan is a little bit similar to that. It's a very spiritual place, and I think it's the perfect place to bring these two worlds together.
This community was the core of the burn, and I feel like the values of the burn and the community here, the spiritual community, are very much aligned.
No other place in Thailand is like Koh Phangan, I think.
The actual man that we burned was created by this artist, Alex. We gave him 3 days and somehow he worked day and night and created this beautiful thing. It was absolutely amazing.
I love it and thank you very much. You guys.
That was definitely a bubble. Paradise in a bubble. Everything we built and everything we created, we just let it go, we burn it, and then we're ready for the next time.
We had a beautiful temple that was a place for reflection and meditation.
A place where people can just write on notes
whatever they want to let go of. Then we burned those notes in the fire, and there was silence. Everybody just watched the notes burning. And it was a very, very strong moment. After that, we brought the men. We walked with the drums and the torches. I said a few things and then the man was brought in. This ritual is the symbol of letting go. Letting go of the past and making space for new things to come. And we put it in the fire pit and burned into flames.
That was the end of a very intense work of a few weeks, and I didn't sleep at night. And all this adrenaline and all this love, and it was just the moment that, yeah, I felt like I'm not so much in my body anymore. I didn't know what I'm saying. I didn't know. I felt my heart was so big and like, you know, all those people were there, and yeah, I can't really describe this feeling in words, but yeah, it was amazing.
Burning Man is more than just an event. It's a way of life. And while Thailand finally succumbed to the virus in 2021, vaccinations came. People returned to work and reconnected with their lives. The world began to heal itself. And now, the whole world is once again preparing to raise an entire city out of the dust, then dismantle and burn it. Until the next time.
Swing by. What you wanna do? You ain't got no work done till 5. We ain't even gotta dissect. I just want to try. Free rides all night, all ears, more vibes. Ain't that what you like?
He's the puppet master. He's controlling us with his fingers.